I just found out that the earliest we can go is February 4th because we need to wait for the blood test for the cats and it needs to pass 3 months and all of that. And it's both disappointing and scary. Disappointing because we wanted to go by the end of the year, and scary because I don't know how long am I going to work. Pretty cold morning. I didn't sleep well because Sanya started to cough and I went late to bed because we were discussing our plan since everything changes because we can't get the papers for the cats until February. So we have some kind of a first draft of a 11th plan so far, but there's nothing we can do about it. And then Sanya started to cough and woke me up on several occasions. And then Natasha needed to pee around 5 a.m. And that was just a horrible night. I want to share one chapter I read in Atomic Habits. And it's about that professor. He was teaching photography and he divided his students in two groups. One group was quantity group, and all they had to do to get high grades is to make as many photos as possible. I think the limit for A was 100 photos. If you made 90 photos, that's B, and so on. The other group, on the other hand, had to make only one photo, and that photo had to be perfect in order to get an A. And at the end of the semester, what he found out, that the best photos came from those who were in the quantity group, simply because they had enough practice. And those who had to make only one photo spend most of their time thinking, planning, just intellectualizing about what are they going to do instead of doing the thing. So that's why I like daily vlogs, and I think they are huge for your filmmaking improvement, your filmmaking vision, perspective, storytelling. Just hold your camera and never let it go and film everything. Cut out 90% of the crap you say and film, and at the end you can have a decent vlog. Vendro.
小孩跟后面那个小孩12了。
I was so deep into a book that I almost missed my exit. I just finished editing yesterday's vlog and I wasn't sure if I wanted to include everything that I said yesterday because A, it involves some people very close to me, and B, it involves my vulnerability. And I wasn't sure if I want to do that, but since I'm documenting my life and I want to present this as raw as possible, I think that there is no other way but to show your vulnerability when you're vulnerable. Otherwise, you're just fake. And that's not something I want to be. I know that many people may take advantage of that and try to hurt me, but I don't give a shit. I'm here to help those who are in the same situation as I'm now. Maybe they're simultaneously in the same situation. Maybe they'll be in the future and they might end up watching this video. And if I help one person, I'll be happy. So yeah, it's showing that you are vulnerable and that you're human and that you can be hurt is perfectly fine. But showing how perfect your life is on social media is one fucking lie. And we should stop doing that. The other thing that I wanted to discuss here is the fact that I tried to find the silver lining for the new situation that developed. It should have been obvious. I think that I already knew that it should be 3 months before we can travel with cats, but somehow I persuaded myself that it was a misinformation, that it was something that I didn't understand well. So I just deluded myself that we are actually able to go as soon as we get the blood test results. But no, we did the titer test, and animal can travel 3 months after the blood test, and we did it like a few weeks ago, meaning that we can only leave in February, which is not ideal. So Sanya will stop working after next week, meaning she works until the end of November, and December, January, I'll be the only one working, and we need to pay the rent for the next 3 months. And I thought we would just pay for December and just go in December, but no, we now need to pay December, January, and February because we're staying at least mid-February, because February 1st is Spring Festival, Chinese New Year, and I don't want to travel during these times because first it will be busy and two, it will be expensive to fly at that time. So mid-holiday is good because they go visit their families at the beginning of the holiday, and end of holiday they come back home wherever they live. But mid-holiday is just perfect because they don't move. So that's what we are aiming for, to travel, to book our trip for mid-February, which kind of lines perfectly. Yeah, but the point is that I was trying to find the silver lining for staying here 2 months longer. We won't be able to save any more money. If Sanya was working, we would have been able to save money, but now we're not. We'll be on basically on plain level, on zero. But the silver lining is that we will still have at least 2 months to build up our photography before we start spending our savings. So instead of 6 months before we implement plan B, which is something we don't want to do, we have 8 months, which is not bad. 2 months is more than a third, actually exactly a third of the times planned, because our plan was go 6 months without any income, and if we don't supplement that income, and if we don't start making anything from photography, at that point we need to implement plan B, find a job, which I say it's not something we want to do. So let's see how it works out. It's 12:15 right now. I just had my lunch, chicken and rice. Didn't want to film it today. I have my class at 1 o'clock. I don't know how many students will show up. Usually 3 or 4. But it's a very boring class, and after that I'll just take a bus home.